I'm clearly the most incompetent master in the sect, yet all my disciples have divine beauty. When other male disciples come to propose to my disciples, I immediately shut the door and refuse, claiming they are all my treasures. This is Awaken the Disciples Make You Stronger system, where I receive double the reward for each disciple's cultivation level. Since then, I've been receiving divine items every day, giving them away coolly and savvy. Point one day. A major competition stunned everyone at this moment. On Nameless Peak, I've just stepped into my eldest disciple's cave and I'm completely dumbfounded. Wenrou is also frozen, her face is red as if bleeding, and she frantically stuffs ice-type cultivation techniques into her storage ring. The air instantly freezes. Wenrou, this girl is truly stunning, and her figure is impeccable but atmosphere too awkward. I coughed twice. A sound broke the silence. Rower, did your training go wrong? Feigned seriousness. My main point is if not embarrassed it's others who are embarrassed. Wenrou breathed a sigh of relief. Seems I haven't been discovered otherwise. He'd want to crawl into a crack. Come on, let me activate a special physique for you. Wenrou's face instantly turned as red as a ripe apple. Activate physique. Master, are you going to do that today? Ever since he joined sect, this heart has been with me. He even felt that giving himself to me was only natural. His inner monologue was full of drama, but his feet honestly moved to my face that I gently placed hand on his head. The moment my palm touched his hair, his body trembled violently. His lips tightened, and his appearance was utterly seductive. The process might hurt a little, but bear with it. Master, don't fear pain. Rower raised his Hades filled with death-defying resolve made my eyelids twitch. She was definitely thinking wrong, that I quickly shook off these distracting thoughts. The system panel randomly popped up. Disciple's spiritual root and physical aptitude are dormant. Activate. Activate. A terrifying chill instantly exploded from my palm, rushing into his meridians. Even with my nascent soul cultivation, I felt a chill seeping into my bones. Master, it's so cold. I feel something thrashing around inside my body. In an instant, blinding blue light shot up from Wenrou's body. The originally clear sky instantly turned pitch black. Goose feather snow danced wildly air. Ice phoenix and dragon phantoms appeared. The entire sect was alarmed by this celestial phenomenon. Holy crap, that's the ice soul divine body, the legendary divine physique ding. Wenrou broke through to foundation establishment. Realm reward has been issued. My cultivation level rocketed to mid-Nascent soul stage. My mind instantly mastered creation god of war technique. It's amazing, master. Directly reached late foundation establishment. Wenrou, excited like a rabbit, was about to pounce on me. Stop, stop, stop. I know, get down first. This girl has no sense of restraint. Who can withstand such close range attacks? Hee. Wenrou paused for a moment, but instead of suppressing her mischievous smile, it deepened. Master isn't a blockhead after all. He seems to like me too. A sly glint flashed in his eyes. As he prepared to act coquettishly, suddenly the space experienced a violent fluctuation. Several old men appeared. Wenrou, girl, your ice soul body is simply born from my falling snow peak. Come with me. Choose any inheritance from falling snow peak, that if you don't want me. Following Master Wenrou's resolute reply without a moment's hesitation, I knew fellow Taoist Yuan by misled his disciples. Your nameless Peak doesn't even have a decent weapon or cultivation technique. Seeing my silence, Peak Master Liu literally raised the price. Hand him over, I'll give century of resources and guarantee he reaches the integration realm. He truly valued talent, but he also didn't really respect me. Peak Master Liu, this is non-negotiable. Wenrou clung tightly to my arm, afraid I'd sell him for resources. He knew well Luoxua Peak meant a bright future. What good if Master became immortal? Did you hear me? My disciple doesn't care about your Luoxua Peak. Yuan Bai, if you care you should let go. Liu grew impatient, thinking I was just occupying a position without contributing. Fine, let's make a bet. I raised an eyebrow and began to demonstrate my ice elemental skills. If I win, shut up. When those words left arena fell silent, everyone they stared as if an imperial sword master, challenged Luo Xiefeng. Showing off before Guan Yu? But those old foxes then realized I was just looking for a way out. Maybe I wanted to use a losing bet to make Wenrou give up. Fine, I'll take it. Lily felt she was too aggressive earlier. Perfect timing. I won't bully you, that I'll suppress my cultivation to your level. As she spoke, she withdrew her integration realm pressure. There's no need to compete in understanding the Tao. This isn't a fight between shrews. I took a step forward. Boom, a chilling cold that froze the soul suddenly erupted. The surrounding space seemed to freeze instantly. Even the air was frozen into ice shards, everyone's breath caught in their throat. This was ice. Lily's eyes popped. The frost wings were the pinnacle of ice magic. A legendary realm, its power boosted spells to a dimensional reduction attack. His imposing aura was instantly shattered, and he cold only sigh in despair. I've lost. Your frost wings are transcendent. My meager skills are no match. The surrounding wind lords gaped, speechless for a long time. Outrageous, they exclaimed. They could only exchange a few awkward pleasantries, stuffed gifts into Wenrou's hands, and slunk away. Only Master and disciple remained atop the peak. Master Wenrou gazed intently at my profile, her eyes overflowing with emotion. She remembered how she had once wandered the streets, nearly freezing to death on that desperate winter night. But on that snowy night, warm hands grasped hers. I held her hand out and said, "Come with me to the Imperial Sword Sect." I gently touched her forehead and transmitted the creation god technique to her. Immediately afterward, I took out a 5th grade spirit sword, a storage ring filled with supplies and life-saving jade talismans for 700 million level nascent soul cultivation, stuffed into her arms for self-defense. Wenrou dumbfounded. She held treasures that could trigger a sect war. Master, you're giving me your entire fortune? I have no way to repay your great kindness. She knelt with a thud, eyes filled with a fanatical fervor that made my heart pound. Wait, I'm Master's person in life and in death. If I betray lightning strike, Meher eyes intense with love goosebumps. This girl's Yandra tendencies were about to awaken. 3 days passed quickly. Every day, I tried different ways to feed Wenrou resources, but I figured out the system's tricks. Feeding the same disciple too much would cause the return rate to plummet, so I needed new leaks. On day 4, I went to feed Wenrou as usual. As soon as I entered, I sensed something was off. That my master, Wenrou, was standing there gracefully, wearing a light blue flowing fairy dress with sparkling crystals adorning the hem. Her voice was sickeningly sweet. "Do I look beautiful today?" she asked. Her eyes flickered, clearly having read some trashy novel. The overbearing immortal lord falls in love with me, and specially dressed in this pure and seductive style. Eyes met. She blushed, her ears turned red. She stubbornly moved closer. Alarm bells rang. She wanted to sleep with me. Although I'm a decent person, this was too much. To bear. I must nip this evil trend in the bud. I said sternly, "My disciple, your current strength is too weak. Your mind is unstable. You can't even resist basic temptations. I threw down the resources, turned, and our an.my movement smooth and gentle. I stood stunned, looking down at my own figure. Too weak. I understand. Master thinks my cultivation is too low. Fierce spirit ignited in his eyes. Need seclusion to cultivate. I've dealt with my eldest disciple. I opened the system radar out of boredom, preparing to find a second tool that a pop-up appeared. Red dot flashing. The protagonist's halo. I went over and saw a young man holding a large ruler called the Xuanzhong ruler, gesturing wildly. He was a boy. System rejected him, but System will, remnant soul. The top-tier fire spirit appeared. Something special about his ring. Left foot in Tai Shu, Chi sinking into Dantian. Elbow exerted force. Don't act like a woman. I casually pointed out, my hands behind my back. Xiaoyan's movements froze. The old woman in his mind suddenly exploded. A master run. Senior. Xiaoyan was sweating profusely. I am Jiang Yuanbai from Wuming Peak. Smiled at him. Young man, there's a beauty hidden in your ring. Can your body handle it? This sentence directly silenced the two of them. This was too direct. He knew the ring's occupant. Xiaoyan was ruthless. He'd fight to the death. Teacher, please run. This person is unfathomable. Red light flashed from ring. Female phantom about to appear. Xiaoyan suddenly gritted his teeth. Senior, you have done this all by never done anything evil. Please, have mercy. After saying this, the boy actually severed his connection with the ring, threw the ring on the ground, used movement to slip away faster. Aren't all young people these days so dramatic? Wanted a disciple. Why is it like I'm abducting a woman? Beautiful soul floated from ring. It was Feng Jiutian. He stared at me warily. Fellow Taoist, great power. Why bother toying with two juniors? Want me as master? You'd better give up that idea. Me prime, IAT Mayana realm peak. Quite the air. You. Oops, my hand slipped. I didn't reply. Took fruit and threw it. Feng Jiutian about to speak. His eyes suddenly lit up. A single tier spiritual fruit like this can stabilize a remnant soul completely. How come another one dropped? I tossed out another flower shimmering with a 7-colored halo. The 7-colored sunset flower. Feng Jiutian's breathing quickened. Priceless soul reshaping treasure. A millennium find. Immediately afterward, I took out a bottle of crystal clear liquid and shook it. Body shaping liquid takes space. Throw it away. Feng Jiutian completely broke down. This wasn't a cultivator. This was practically a walking treasure trove. With these 3 things, he could resurrect, but reshape immortal body. Breakthrough to tribulation realm. Dignity is nothing compared to great Tao opportunities. Master, please accept this disciple's bow. Feng Jiutian immediately knelt down, his movements so perfect they were heartbreaking Empress's knees. No, that's the stairway to the great Tao Ding. Accepted a disciple. Reward. Cultivation level increased to late nascent soul stage. Obtained the yellow path divine technique and phoenix essence blood. So satisfying. I suppressed the surging power within me and casually tossed those 3 treasures to him like trash. Take and use. Don't embarrass me. Feng Jiutian held the treasures, his hands trembling. Thousands of years might not get one. Master gave all at once. He called him master. With all his heart, he didn't mince words. Immediately swallowed the treasures. Began reshaping his body. A month later, above the nameless peak, red clouds filled the sky. Huge vermilion bird phantom. Looked up and roared. The terrifying heat melted the snow. Feng Jiutian reborn from cocoon. Skyrocketing. Stopped at nascent soul peak. Red light. A flawless, jade-like body was exposed to the air. I calmly handed her a red dress. Put it on. Although I don't mind, not good if seen. Feng Jiutian blushed quickly. Put on dress. Her empress-like domineering aura instantly returned. Just then, several powerful auras descended. Peak masters drawn to strange phenomenon. When they saw Feng Jiutian, their eyes almost popped out. Yan from Tianhua Peak fire spirit body at the peak of the nascent soul stage was drooling. Junior brother Yuanbai, you can't teach this disciple. Hand him over. Next peak masters him. Get lost. Before I could speak, Feng Jiutian's body was engulfed in flames. She coldly said, I have already joined Wuming Peak. Whoever dares speak will be burned to death. The peak masters looked at each other, and finally, the light fell on me. Horrified, they found me aura had become ethereal, faintly exuding peak nascent soul pressure or higher. It was actually a system disguise effect. Junior brother Yuanbai was truly a hidden master. The group of old guys were terrified, sweating profusely, and after uttering a few polite words, they fled for their lives. After they left, I gave Feng Jiutian a bunch of resources. Play if dissatisfied, return. Feng Jiutian looked at me with a complex expression. Although this master acted strangely, he was truly devoted to me. Next day, I went to Wenrou as usual. Wenrou looked at my back, then Feng Jiutian, eyes closed. Crisis overwhelmed her. That new junior sister, large chest and long legs. Still, at nascent soul stage she was practically a formidable rival. Wanting to monopolize master, cultivation alone probably won't be enough. Need another way. The next morning, sun shone brightly. Master gently carried in steaming medicinal soup, face full of virtuousness. Nourishing soup simmered all night. Please try it. I thought. I have nothing else anyway. Accepted. Once reach foundation stage, no need to eat. But who doesn't want to taste something delicious? I smiled and nodded, accepting the medicinal soup. It's true that when some thingy's right, even poison has to be swallowed. Master blinked his big eyes, his face saying, praise me. Master knows my cultivation is shallow. He enters seclusion. That I was about to complain, but I swallowed my words back. This child has completely gone astray because of me. Master, take me outside the sect for some fresh air, okay? Seeing his goofy expression, I inexplicably agreed. Wenrou instantly beamed and clung tightly to my ARM, that I in his little mind. This was probably the legendary date. Jiutian, you come too. I invited Feng Jiutian to join. Feng Jiutian nodded. Althoff wanted to monopolize his master's resources. He knew that haste makes waste. Wenrou's face instantly fell. The original private time was interrupted by a sudden intruder. Junior sister here. My cultivation is too low. I didn't even notice you. I'm so sorry. Wenrou smiled, malice in her tea aura. Ice and fire, naturally incompatible. No problem. With her talent, catching up is near. Feng Jiutian was no ordinary person. The empress won't stoop to a girl. Although he had become Wenrou's disciple, he scoffed at Wenrou's love-struck mind. The man she targeted had to be an unparalleled powerhouse who could suppress all ages, not merely jealous. Master, where are we going? A fierce glint flashed and Wenrou's eyes vanished in an instant. To Tianyuan. With a snap, deafening dragon roar echoed through the sky. 9 golden dragons, radiating terrifying auras, burst from clouds. Each possessed top-tier strength. They pulled a luxurious chariot, hovering in midair. The entire sect was dumbfounded. Even the sect leader only traveled with 3 azure phoenixes. This lord used 9 dragons. This was too extravagant. Get in the chariot. The dragon chariot tore through the sky, its speed astonishing, stable as ground. Master was too majestic, gentle as an innocent child. Even Feng Jiutian was secretly astonished. The strength of these 9 dragons was unfathomable. Even in prime, couldn't control them. It seemed that becoming his master was the most profitable deal of his life. Tianyuan City, a melting pot. Okay, there's an auction. Let's go find some treasures. Wanted to use new recruitment.to fix some system bugs again. This Kowloon carriage is a system bonus. Buy 1, 9 free. Generous. As I prepared, shouts of battle suddenly came from ahead. 2 groups of people were fighting fiercely and blocked my way. Senior, save me. Yang Muyu, third elder of Qingzhou. These demonic thieves are trying to kill and rob us. Senior, don't listen to this woman's nonsense. He stole our demonic sect's treasure. The group opposite was terrified by the dragon's aura. The leader quickly bowed and explained. I glanced at them and sneered inwardly when did it. The territory of the Imperial Heaven Sword sect for the demonic path to run wild. I released a little bit of my pressure. Demonic cultivators broke into sweat. Can't move. Elder, help. Situation dire. The demonic cultivator crushed the token. A blood-robed elder appeared out of about to show off. The 9 dragons opened their mouths and sucked. Crunch. The elder didn't even have tomato scream before becoming the dragon's snack. Awkward scene. Sect master save. He crushed another token. Middle-aged man in black robes crossed over and, seeing the 9 dragons before him, slapped the summoner across the face. Damn it. This thing is something I can't fight, he said, turning and running. Unfortunately, his early-stage nascent soul cultivation was like paper in front of the dragons, torn to shreds instantly. Invincible is indeed quite boring. Thank you for saving my life, senior. May I ask your name? Yang Muyu, trembling at escaping death. Jiang Yuanbai of the nameless peak of the sword sect is peak master, can't repay your kindness. Jiang I can only ask Elder Yang to gently step forward and stand in front of me. Forced smile, I say, my master is kind-hearted and just cleaning up the trash. No need for a marriage proposal, and then gave her disciple a thumbs up. If another one comes, my nameless peak will become a battlefield. Since that's the case, please accept this sword, peak master. Yang Muyu dared not be presumptuous, respectfully handed over a blood-red longsword. Blade shrouded in evil aura. It was actually an 8th-tier demonic sword that I accepted without ceremony. It directly. I continued with my 2 disciples. Meanwhile, deep underground, the lid of a coffin suddenly burst open. A withered hand ripped the edges apart. Give me clone. Jiang Yuanbai, you're courting death. Outside Tianyuan City, a howling wind arose as 9 dragons peeked out, attracting countless greedy gazes. What a grand display. They weren't even afraid of the strong winds. A massive hand, tongue-licking sky, tore void, reached for dragons. You dare steal from us? Cowardly rats, don't touch us. Imperial Heaven Sword Sect, a sword light flashed like a fleeting shadow, instantly severing the massive hand. Blood rained down, and a severed arm fell from the sky. Kid, are you alright? Elder Shur's disheveled figure appeared. His speak stage sword intent made the entire city tremble. Elder, I bow in greeting. Sect master is worried. You sent me to watch this place. Many old monsters out here. Be careful. With that, the old man introduced the void, and acting as the 6th brother, old foxes itching for trouble immediately became obedient. Although the anti-flight formation suppressed flight in Tianyuan City, it was still bustling. The 2 girls' eyes lit up dazzling shops that I smiled and let them browse. Would this handsome gentleman come in for fun? Passing by the brothel, 2 scantily clad girls giggled and approached to solicit. Swish. Wenrou and Feng Jiutian blocked my way at the same time. Their murderous aura palpable. We haven't even made a move yet. It's not your turn, you seductive vixens, master. Don't go to that dirty place. Wenrou tugged at my clothes, looking at me with a pitiful expression. Suddenly, she uttered something shocking. If you need, ask your junior sister. After saying this, she deflated like a punctured balloon. Although she felt incredibly jealous, her junior sister was at Nascent Soul peak. Strong physique that better than any wild woman outside. Feng Jiutian was completely bewildered. Who am I? Where am I? Is this woman's brain filled with mush? I laughed in exasperation and flicked Wenrou's forehead. Master, you think I'd eat anything? Wenrou squatted, head covered, eyes brimming with tears. Her pitiful appearance made it impossible to be angry. Your master looks down on ordinary women. After all, only someone like your junior sister is worthy of him. Feng Jiutian and I were utterly speechless. This topic couldn't continue. Let's go to the brothel for music. Those 7 words were uttered. Wenrou's gaze changed, as if she were looking at a lecherous old man. Don't misunderstand, your master. I approached Art with a critical eye, and without batting an eye, led my disciples into the private room of the Feng Mao building. Looking down at the scantily clad dancers below, Wenrou glanced down at herself, then looked up at the magnificent Feng Jiutian beside her, her whole demeanor turning somber. Senior sister, does master like those with good figures? Feng Jiutian sighed helplessly. The Versailles atmosphere was overwhelming. Girl, don't envy me. You know the pain of not seeing your toes? You're all burdens. Just then, an uproar erupted downstairs tonight. Holy Maiden Lu Meyer attends. Top spender gets a night with Holy Maiden. The entire place instantly boiled over that a group of lecherous old men yelled. I'm coming too. The mental system panel instantly popped up. Lu Meyer, late-stage peak of the fusion realm, top-tier water spirit root. Xian Yin charming bone, 99 points in looks, can't take disciples. It would be an injustice not to take her as a disciple. Suddenly, a zither sounded. Lu Meyer, holding her zither, half concealed her face. What flowed from her fingertips wasn't music, but a bewitching mental attack. So beautiful. Wenrou's eyes instantly glazed over, her saliva almost dripping. Did I frown? Cold shout. Wenrou awakened, shuddered, cold sweat pouring down her back. Master, I think I just saw. It's too difficult. The piece ended, and the bidding began. 50,000 spirit stones, 100,000. These people were still haggling over tens of thousands. That I directly raised my hand. 1 million spirit stones. The arena fell silent. Wenrou stomped her feet in heartache. Master, that's our food expenses for a year. Feng Jiutian, however, remained calm. Master, this is for academic exchange. Don't be superficial. 5 million spirit stones. I spoke again, directly ending the competition. People looked at me like I'm crazy. 0.5 million could buy a top-tier magic weapon. Just to chat with a woman? They don't understand that I have a system that returns spirit stones to me. It's just a string of numbers. Congratulations, young master. I casually tossed out that. Wenrou's eyes filled with boudoir melancholy. Guangzhong went to top floor. A maid led to the door. I casually tossed him a piece of premium snack as a tip. Startled, the girl nearly knelt. I pushed open door, entered. The aroma was intoxicating. Lu Mei wore a pink short skirt. Her long legs were dazzling. Up close, her 99-point looks were indeed stunning. Even I, who had seen countless women, was momentarily stunned. Young master, Good control.my charm was ineffective against you. Smiling, he poured me a glass of wine, but his eyes revealed shrewdness that Wuming Feng. Jianyuan by Yifeng Senshini. I have long admired your name. Know who I am. I took the glass, knowing full well that she wasn't here to perform that after me. I just wanted some money, but seeing you, I changed my mind. He watched me gulp the wine. His smile widened. This wine is drunken immortal brew. Sweet at first, but the after effects are deadly, isn't it? I pretended to stagger and slumped into a chair. Why am I so hot? Ha ha ha. You stinky minimally know how to covet my beauty. They all like this. They haven't learned. Lume covered her mouth. Her shoulders shaking. Just a moment ago she was a fairy, and now she's a little devil. This transformation is too drastic. Makes me wonder if she's different. You suppressed my power on entry, and you even touched me. What do you want? Girl, you've misunderstood that I can't even kill a chicken. You have ulterior motives, just talking nonsense. Lume laughed angrily. Approach step by step. Keep pretending. Witch off, you stinky innocent, lusting after my body. Stretched jade finger, trying to lift my chin. You're wrong. I'm an exception. I grabbed his wrist and pulled hard. What? Lume's face changed drastically. She struggled desperately, but found herself locked in a vice, unable to move. How possible? My charm, my strength. He was horrified that even with his cultivation suppressed, his proud nascent soul stage body weak as a chick, that I in front of this man. Slap. A crisp slap sounded. Lume covered her buttocks. Her beautiful eyes widened, completely stunned. This first time someone hit her. There. You dare hit me? What wouldn't you dare? I slapped her again. Can't we talk properly now? Wah, I'm done playing. I'll sue you for indecency. Assault. Lu Mayer's mentality collapsed. Tears streamed down her face. After half an hour of this, she collapsed from exhaustion. Why are you targeting me? She asked. I stared into her eyes. I just want to make more money. Who told you to look rich? Lu Mayer fiddled with her fingers. And I have seductive arts. I thought I had you wrapped around my little finger. Lying. May I be struck by lightning? Looking at her confident expression, I believed her 8/10. Listen, I called out, waving a bell. I in front of her. 9th tier spiritual energy. Lu Mayer's eyes widened, shattered instantly. Master, your disciple bows. Ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully accepted a disciple. Obtained the supreme seductive bone physique. My lips twitched. Supreme seductive bone? What the why would I need this? To become a gigolo. But the effect was immediate. Lu Meyer's gaze towards me instantly changed, her face turning as red as a ripe apple. Strange. Why did I suddenly find this pervert somewhat handsome? The night passed. When Lu Meyer and I left the room, the rumors were already flying everywhere. Have you heard? That Jiang Yuanbai spent the entire night in Goddess Lu's room. That beast. My goddess. Ignoring the murderous glares. Great mood. When I stepped out, Wenrou pounced. Master, that woman didn't do anything to you, did she? She sniffed me warily like a protective little wolfhound. Don't worry, my composure is amazing. I patted her head. Leading my 2 disciples, I headed straight for the Tianyuan auction house. Hey, folks ahead. Wait. A frivolous boy called out. Turning around, we saw a slick-haired young man with lewd eyes. Shifty gazed up, brazenly sweeping between them. I am Wang Yu, of the Wang family. These 2 ladies are quite nice. Name your price. Wenrou instantly bristled. Believe it, it'll gouge your eyes out. Feng Jiutian also looked at him coldly. The murderous intent was palpable, and Wang Yu, despite his fierce temperament, more excited than angry. Friend, give me some face. I'll protect you in Tianyuan. A mere nascent soul cultivator. He looked down on us. Only nascent soul. He naturally didn't take us seriously. He, a dignified nascent soul expert, could easily handle these people. You, fighting forbidden in Tianyuan City. Do you want to break the rules? Although Wenrou was usually simple-minded, she was tough. When I was around. Fighting is forbidden in Tianyuan City. If you've got the guts, stay here forever. Wang Yu's eyes lewdly and brazenly roamed over his 2 disciples. With a word from me, the entire Tianyuan City is my spies. Now, I'll give you a chance. Let me borrow these girls. How about we become friends? The surrounding people gossiped, looking at Wang Yu like a dead man. This Wang family is really courting death. Why mess with them? The Imperial Sword Sect protects its own. This Wang Yu is probably doomed. I chuckled. Why is hesitant? Wasn't he shouting just now? Wang Yu broke out in a cold sweat. Although he was arrogant, he wasn't deaf. The surrounding discussions made him finally realize that the young man before him was Jiang Yuanbai, the recently famous nameless peak master, man with 3 divine bodies, backed by Imperial Sword Sect. Friend, I was a little too loud just now. Wang Yu shrugged and lowered head like a grandson. It's all a misunderstanding. I slapped myself. I said calmly. Wang Yu's face turned red. Intimidated by Imperial Sword Sect, dignity was nothing. Slap, slap, slap. The crisp sound of slaps echoed through the street. The surrounding people felt so relieved. The Wang family usually acted arrogantly, but today they finally kicked a hornet's nest. Get lost. I left a tracking mark. Walked into auction with my disciple. Plenty of chances later. Important is to get to the point. I went into the auction house and immediately bid on a top-grade spirit stone. See your manager. The hunchbacked old man behind the counter's eyes lit up. He accepted the spirit stone silently. Taoist. Wait, I'll inform them right away. Feng Jiutian secretly curled his lip. This old man is clearly a master. He still tries to exploit this. He is truly a mudslide in the cultivation world. A moment later, a maid led us to the backyard. A clear, ethereal voice came from the next table. A woman in purple sat by the stone table, breathtakingly beautiful. She was like a ripe peach, exuding a fatal allure with every gesture. Yi Ningxuan's cultivation was at the 9th rank loose immortal level. He was heavenly abyss reincarnated, Lord Immortal Venerable. His looks were 98 points. I gasped. 9th rank immortal. That was a realm that only existed in legends. In a wonder major holy lands respected him. Invincible in the mortal world. Not bad, young man. His gaze swept over us. Since you're here, play another game with me? I sat down without ceremony, had disciples massage my shoulders and legs, letting you go first. Yi Ningxuan was full of confidence. Without even thinking, I went first move. You've eaten his horse. Your horse gone? Wanna die? Yi Ningxuan slammed the ground. A terrifying pressure instantly enveloping the entire area. Wenrou and Feng Jiutian almost knelt down. This aura was too terrifying. As if they'd turned to ashes. I mean, your chess piece, your horse, is gone. I looked innocent. This is called slaying both parents, understand? Yi Ningxuan took a deep breath, suppressing his anger, and sat down. Understood. In the following game, I chaotic punches to defeat the master. Although I ultimately lost, I successfully broke this powerful rogue immortal's mentality. Lost. Yi Ningxuan snorted coldly. For the sake of the Imperial Sword Sect, I'll give you a chance to rephrase your words. I don't like hearing that with a fingertip twitch. An aura powerful enough to severely injure an immortal flashed by Ye Ningxuan's pupils contracted. That's the power of an immortal. I underestimated you. He finally took me seriously. I am Yi Ningxuan, Lord of Tianyuan. You are Jiang Yuanbai of the Yutian Sword Sect. I reached out and grasped her soft hand. Yi Ningxuan recoiled as if electrocuted. Panic flashed across his face. Let's make a deal and no more wasting time. He casually tossed out a silver spear, shaft coiled with silver dragon, exuding a chilling aura, a 9th-tier magic weapon that Yi Ningxuan was somewhat surprised. You're selling. I tossed out 2 more identical ones that I have plenty. Are you buying them wholesale? Yi Ningxuan was completely unsettled. When did 9th-tier magic weapons become so common? Who is he? He stared intently at me, trying to see through my disguise. Who I was wasn't important, what mattered was that I leaned closer and whispered, I want you. Will you give it to me? Damn, this guy was after me. But Yi Ningxuan quickly laughed. Kid changed the subject well. He saw the amusement in Jiang Yuanbai's eyes. He was clearly teasing him. Gentle and Feng Jiutian broke out in a cold sweat. They looked at Yi Ningxuan with fear, this terrifying feeling not sensed by tribulation transcending experts. Abyss Lord truly lived up to his name. I acted unbothered, directly presenting him with a listo, get me some rare resources. All kinds. To show my sincerity that I started slamming the rewards. Onto the table, a level 9 soul hiding fruit, a level 9 defensive array, and this immortal herb. The moment the herb, radiating pure immortal energy, appeared, Yi Ningxuan's calm face finally cracked. Reincarnated immortal venerable that naturally knew its value. Cheat code in the lower realm. Let him rebuild. Return to upper realm. To seek revenge. That I've read the script. I know his weaknesses perfectly. Not afraid I'll kill and steal your treasure. Yi Ningxuan stared intently at me. See through my trump card. Are you willing? I calmly pushed the herb over. This is the deposit. He gave me a deep look, put away the treasure, and tossed me a token. I'll protect you in Tianyuan City. Happy cooperation. I extended my hand, intending to shake hands, but Yi Ningxuan took the initiative, bent down, and tapped my hand. A mocking smile playing on his lips. You're mine now. With that, he flicked his sleeve, and with a thud, the 3 of us were thrown onto the street. This woman's temper changes faster than flipping through a book, the rest of Theklish script. Just bad luck, only 1 room left. Innkeeper put away the snacks that Wenrou had secretly handed him. His overacting was unbearable. Wenrou looked completely innocent. Master, please bear with it if junior sister thinks it's too cramped. Sleep on the floor. Feng Jiutian sighed, seeing Wenrou's barely concealed glint in her eye. Fine, squeeze in. A large bed. Master slept in middle. Wenrou. Abacus beads hit face. Night fell. 3 shared a bed. Wenrou blew powder at Feng Jiutian. My eyes twitched. This silly disciple actually believed in those fake roadside medicines. Knockout tribulation transcending. Even more outrageous, Feng Jiutian, to cooperate with his senior sister's performance, actually fell asleep instantly and started snoring. Everyone was an Oscar winner. 3rd will handled. Wenrou began her move. She slowly moved closer like a caterpillar, her heart pounding like a drum. Her warm breath grew closer and closer. Seeing that little mouth about to pounce, pretending Toba sleep again would be disastrous, I suddenly rolled over stretched out arm, pulled her into my arms, using her as a human pillow, pressing her down firmly. Wenrou froze. She slumped into a puddle, buried face in my chest. Completely still. The world was finally quiet. Looked down at the child. Sleeping soundly and peacefully. Gentle was actually quite adorable. Reached out, stroked her hair. That was so soft. This girl was clingy mostly because of me, because she lacked a sense of security, afraid of leaving. Felt heartache. For her. Sleep, both of you, I whispered. My voice was soft, but Feng Jiutian heard it. He wasn't surprised at their level. They could even sense faint sounds, let alone something so close. Master, is this a reminder? Feng Jiutian closed his eyes, his voice barely a whisper, his mind filled with images of Gentle. Feng Jiutian couldn't sleep. Senior sister is really bold. Both disciples fell silent. I tried to put Gentle back, but I couldn't let go. I couldn't sleep at all, on the verge of collapse. So tired. Today's winner is Wenrou. She rarely sleeps, so soundly. Everyone else is still awake. Master, only be mine, master. Wenrou had a beautiful dream. It was so beautiful she didn't wake. I in the dream. She had master all to herself. This feeling can probably only exist in dreams. I in the morning sunlight. Wenrou squinted and slowly opened her eyes. She opened eyes, met my gaze. The atmosphere was a little tense. Master, Wenrou lowered her head, wouldn't meet my eye. She feared ghosts walking at night. That embarrassed when she drove too much. This was the first thing she did in the morning. Master interested in me. My expression was complicated, like crying and laughing at the same time. This disciple is simply inseparable from me. How can I, a 7-foot man, put my face? I didn't sleep all night. It's too early to let Lu Mei leave. I suffered in silence. Wenrou's affection for Master increased again. Her eyes became even more affectionate. Now that you're awake, get up. The auction is about to begin. Pried his limbs apart, still pretending to be nonchalant, swaggering around as if I'd just been hugging someone else. Master, are you embarrassed? In Wenrou's heart felt like a rabbit fleeing. Why run? It must be because I'm in a particularly good mood, more energy for work. Feng Jiutian woke up, looking lazy, as if just woke. Thought last night. Because of this. Senior sister. Senior sister is sleeping so soundly. I want to try it too. Ugh, why think strange things so early? I'm the Empress. The Tianyuan auction house eyes bustling outside. With vendors sell all kinds of things. As long as you're clear-headed, you can always find a solution. These stalls sell simple, yet interesting snacks and drinks. Friend, wait a minute, someone behind me. Don't turn around, hurry up. I reminded my 2 disciples. Wenrou and Feng about to turn immediately stopped. Master, maybe it's someone we know, why won't you turn around? Wenrou and Feng Jiutian looked confused. If it's someone we don't know, who shouts like that in public? Ignoring him is right. That didn't say much. Right to explain is mine. Number 1 swindler, just one, wait a minute, friend. And he has already tricked his companions badly. I don't want to repeat same mistake. Wait, friend, I said. Turning around, don't say wait a minute, we're still friends. A snack vendor was carrying 2 bottles that looked like milk. Friend, this is my homemade milk tea. It's unique in the whole continent. Want to try it? Earth Mother's milk. And Jialing tea. It's not only delicious, beautifies skin, nourishes complexion, and prolong life. Vendor's words were flowery. I think this guy is pretty capable. I in the cultivation world. Someone actually came up with something like milk tea. 0.3 cups. Good. 0.3 spirit stones. Rower, Jiutian, let's go. Give one each to no chance to to argue. I'm not short of money, not stupid. Friend, this milk tea is super effective. 30 snacks. Not expensive that you can ask your two Taoist partners that I maintain a youthful appearance, don't look old at all. M with Wenrou Feng Jiutian. Often mistaken for rich young master. Shopping with my Taoist partner. 29 snacks. Brother, I'm almost bankrupt. 1 snack. Otherwise, let's not talk that. I glanced at the guy and gave him a super low price. Good. You're my first customer. Sell 3 cups of milk tea at loss. The vendor was very decisive, taking snacks in one hand to handing the milk tea, then running away afraid I'd regret it. I lost a lot, stared at my milk tea. It looked fine and pretty, sipped, and it was unbearably bitter. After discarding Wenrou and Feng Jiutian, they both spat it all out in one gulp. That tea was too bitter. This wasn't milk tea like coffee. Not milk tea, it was terribly awful. They had initially thought him a genius, now a freak. The auction house was extremely large, with ordinary passages, VIP passages, and a secret passage. The ordinary passages were the most crowded. Some watching excitement while others wanted to learn something. Most couldn't afford auction items, they were just bored. Of course, some might have come specifically to create drive-up prices. VIP area full of powerful families, as well as some highly skilled and famous rogue cultivators. Most of these people were at the integration realm, and many at Great Ascension realm. Big shots rarely seen were now obediently queuing up. Fear the Abyss Lord. The secret passage was completely empty. On Lithos with VIP cards could pass through quickly. All heard Tianyuan auction has VIPs, Binka, but no one has ever received it. Legend. Only the Abyss Lord is qualified to issue such a special card. Excuse me, I'm taking 2 girls and heading straight for the mysterious passage. I'll never queue in my life. Hey, are you blind? Mysterious passage. Think trash like you go through. Get out. Queue in regular. A man stood in front of me, wearing a pink robe, looking particularly flamboyant and smelling perfume, which was very unpleasant. If you didn't know better, you would think he was a eunuch. What do you want, eunuch? Wenrou never tolerates anyone except her master. Everyone else is trash. That is this man blind. Dare he block her way? Master court's deaf. His eyes turned cold. And he glared fiercely at Wenrou. People in the regular passage should follow the rules. Oh, you know where you are? This is the Tianyuan auction house. Know who I am. Don't care who you are. You're blocking the way. Get out of the way. Jin Wenrou is unhappy. Who is this person? He keeps nagging and it's so annoying. Asking me to do? I'm Zhao Ritian. In martial world. Who wouldn't give me some respect? The man in pink introduced himself, proud face. The Zhao family is a super powerful family that a patriarch transcended tribulation. The patriarch's grandson. He's always been very arrogant, never expected in Tianyuan City I would be bullied twice. Once, it was when an unknown competed for Lu Meyer, beauty sect's holy maiden. The other time is now. Even my uncle could tolerate this, but my aunt couldn't. Have you no shame? Zhao Ritian was completely defeated, clutching his chest like hit by a hammer. Without him, Zhao Ritian's long night would probably never end. Praised since youth for great potential. His cultivation talent was also very good that he reached the Nascent Soul stage at a young age. Proud of this. How could he be so proud today, being rendered speechless by an unknown little girl? Zhao Ritian thought. Brother Ritian, it seems your fame isn't big enough. Anyone can point fingers at you like that. Brother Yuetian, we need to teach him a lesson. Let's subdue him, first deal with him later. Rare character. Several wealthy young men, accompanying him, began to incite him, their eyes filled with desire. Whether it was Wenrou or Feng Jiutian, beauties making thousands fall in love. For these good-for-nothing young masters couldn't bear to lose such beauty. Little girl, we'll give you a chance. Play with us, we'll consider letting you go. Otherwise, unless you never leave Tianyuan City again. Zhao Ritian, provoked by his 2 brothers, also revealed a greedy expression. He had played with many women, but stunning Wenrou was truly rare. Fighting was forbidden in Tianyuan City. Dared not move, but blocking door was easy. And the other factions around watched coldly, no one helping. That's how the world is. Without profit, where do true friends come from? They're just a bunch of profit-driven bastards. Suddenly, a hand shot out like lightning, instantly piercing Zhao Ritian's chest and destroying his heart. I shook my hand. Not a drop of blood on it. Before causing trouble, think if you have the ability. Eyes cold as frost. If I were killing a beast, not human. A gasp came from all around. No one expected me to suddenly attack. This moment. Everyone's gaze towards me changed. Look of a dead man. This person had no way out. Tianyuan City had been peaceful for hundreds of years. Then action broke the peace. The worst-case scenario was a fate worse than death. Kid, you're finished. You dare move? No matter which faction you belong to, can't save you. Do you know Brother Ritian's identity? He's the Zhao family patriarch's only grandson. You can't hide anywhere. The 2 who instigated him looked extremely pale. Their family power was no match for Zhao Ritian and his underlings. If leader died, they would still live. The Zhao family is hot-tempered. Their clan is doomed. Completely ruined. At this moment, they are filled with regret. They never imagined I could be so ruthless. I'm furious and desperately want to rush forward and attack, but I'm still a little apprehensive. The surrounding onlookers also think I'm hopeless. This guy is finished. Who dares to act recklessly on my turf? Suddenly, several terrifying auras descended. The power was earth-shattering. They were all Mahayana realm peak experts. This was the enforcement elders of Tianyuan City, who hadn't shown up for centuries. This time, they all came out in full force. Just these few people could easily crush everyone below the tribulation realm. Those above the tribulation realm needed the Lord of Tianyuan. Seniors, it's these 3. They blatantly disregard the rules of Tianyuan City, completely disregarding us. Isn't this a slap in our face? This slaps the wronged in the face. Those 2 lackeys, wiping away tears, complained, full of hatred. It's all my fault. It would have been better if they had just stayed put. Why resist? These 2 try to kill me immediately, pinning a huge crime on me. With this charge, I'm practically doomed. Is what they're saying true? One of the Tianyuan City enforcement elders gazed at me. They didn't rush to attack, but first assessed the situation. At their level, they wouldn't be easily fooled by appearances. If they acted rashly before understanding the situation and things went wrong, the Abyss Lord would definitely kill them. Yes, it was me. What do you think? I've been completely calm from beginning to end, not flustered. He got guts. I, Yilian Chun, have never admired anyone in my life, but this time I'm truly impressed. I spoke. The surrounding gazes changed again. This kid is really fearless, daring to ask for their opinions. Their opinions are huge. Wenrou and Feng Jiutian also looked completely calm. Abyss Lord seen all that you think they're easily intimidated. Since you admit it, then go die. The faces of the enforcement elders were also very unpleasant. Good heavens. You didn't even pretend. You just offered a few words of explanation and they wouldn't be this angry. Your direct admission is practically disrespectful. A gigantic hand slammed down instantly. Its terrifying power aimed directly at me. One strike, and I'd be dead for good. Not even a speck of dust. Are you sure? I clutched a token tightly in my hand. A large Xian character on it, gleaming like divine light. The expressions of several enforcement elders changed drastically. The gigantic hand vanished in mid-air just millimeters from me. The enforcement elder who had struck had abruptly stopped his attack, spitting blood and severely injured. Abyss Lord's VIP token. That really was the Lord of the Abyss's VIP token. The remaining elders exclaimed in shock. Everyone at the Tianyuan auction house knew off the Abyss Lord's tokens. They had all seen them. But he'd never issued such a token. Perhaps he had, but they didn't know. Now, seeing it, everyone was momentarily stunned. They should have killed me immediately, but now that they have the Abyss Lord's decree, they have to hesitate. They harmed my grandson. I'll make them pay with their lives. A terrifying force pierced the air, tearing through the void. A gigantic finger pointed at me, as big as a mountain, seemingly capable of crushing anything. A cold snort rang out, and a tribulation expert's attack vanished. The Abyss Lord had made his move. All the forces were stunned. The Abyss Lord hadn't appeared for long. Everyone assumed he was dead, but they weren't sure. But they knew his actions near Tianyuan had become increasingly audacious, sometimes even daring to cross the border and test Tianyuan City's attitude. No one paid them any attention, which emboldened them. Now that he'd acted, their thoughts immediately turned cold. The Abyss Lord carved a place among 3 holy lands and gained their recognition. One knew his true power. They only knew angering him, his death would be. Don't be so tragic. Let's leave it at that. The girl's voice rang out in the abyss, then fell silent. It's Lord Abyss. Several elders looked at me with complicated cupped hands and left that I didn't trouble them. I suffered no loss. But one elder was seriously injured and wouldn't recover for decades. That it was truly heartbreaking to see. Some showing off that while others were beaten to no bone fragments, and their souls were gone. My grandson, VIP, please go this way. Several auction house people came out and personally led me to the special passage. Who is this? Immediately, all the major forces were in an uproar, asking everywhere who I was. They quickly found out my identity openly. They inquired very quickly. Jiang Yuanbai of the Imperial Sword Sect is so powerful. Inform them to avoid this person and not to conflict with him. Get Lord Abyss's VIP token. This person must be extraordinary. Among so many powerful in 3 holy lands, not one has obtained this token. This kid is too terrifying. That I didn't expect this family to be so powerful. How come he didn't get slapped to death? Big trump card in VI. At a plain-looking little girl muttered under her breath, gritting her teeth. An unfamiliar person would think she had a deep-seated grudge against me. I was completely unaware chaos I caused. Now I sat in my room, marveling at how the room was filled with 9th grade yellow jade. Other decorations were 9th grade materials, so luxurious, it was astonishing. Even the sofa was made of the hide of a Mahayana-level tiger demon. This room alone was worth millions off top great spirit stones, not mentioned the several top-level arrays set up inside. Value incalculable. Extravagant. Welcome everyone to the Tianyuan auction that won't waste time. Originally, there were 100 items for auction, adding 10 more. A beautiful woman was hosting the auction. 2 dazzling beams, blurred eyes, stared at her. Muttered to myself. This thing can't even be contained by one hand. Master, if you like this style, junior sister's not bad. Wenrou glanced at the female host and Feng Jiutian, silently comparing them in her heart. The result was obvious. Her junior sisters were better. Feng Jiutian, my dear sister, can you please stop dragging me into everything? I know very well how fake our relationship is. It's just that kind of plastic sisterhood that you're slapping me in the face by doing this. She was about to explain that this was not what she wanted. It was all natural. The door opened. Rower opened the door. I wiped non-existent sweat from my forehead and thought, the person I like is the Yandra type. Don't want Yandra. Wenrou stares daily. Even he couldn't stand it that I should end this quickly, if not quick. Last night, I'd taken advantage by Wenrou. We serve you. Wenrou opened door. A group of beautiful women rushed in. Hikolden stopped them. He wasn't in hurry. Is it the delivery? Or cleaning? What's going on? Are they here to serve Master? Master already has made. Don't need anyone else to serve me. These people are all over 90 points in Luke's theory, all stunning beauties surrounded instantly. Get away. Master needs no servant. It's not that Wenrou is petty. He has no concept of petty. These people have already crossed his line, yet they completely ignore his existence. Wenrou's eyes turned red. This girl is sent by the Abyss Master. Those beautiful women just glanced at him casually, not taking his words seriously at all. They are very strong, all at the Nascent Soul level, unafraid of Wenrou, Golden Core. What harm could she do to them? Rower, these are all the Abyss Master's intentions who can't refuse his kindness. Master Wenrou stomped his feet in anger, feeling extremely wronged. Master is interested in women, can satisfy them anytime, if not enough. There are junior sisters, isn't Master satisfied yet? With more junior sisters, would Master stop messing around outside? Master Wenrou walked up to me, her fingers intertwined, her movements somewhat restrained, as if she had something to say. Actually, I have a disease. If Master touches other women, I'll die. After claiming illness, Wenrou's face turned deathly pale, as if terminally ill. Feng Jiutian and I exchanged glances. Same thought surfaced. Believe I'm sick? Or believe I'm Qin Shi Huang? This move completely stunned me. Wenrou wasn't usually this unreasonable. How did she suddenly change her style? You probably won't believe this illness yourself, right? Your face is red. If Yotsan hold back, don't say it. Master won't laugh at you. Feng Jiutian's lips twitched. Couldn't keep up with his senior sister's way of thinking. Just think, as the Empress, what storms hadn't I weathered? What strange people had I encountered? He couldn't understand Wenrou at all. Everyone says women understand women best, men understand men best. But Wenrou was like a mystery to Feng Jiutian that you'd never guess if direct or beat around the bush. How could anyone resist her thoughts? Needles in ocean. Feng Jiutian even wondered if he was a real woman. All out, he said. To avoid embarrassing my disciple, I waved me hand and chased away all those beautiful women. Then I beckoned Wenrou over. He lowered his head, I reached out and gently stroked his head, like soothing a ruffled cat. The girls were very reluctant to let go of such a handsome man they would pay to keep him. However, after glancing at Wenrou and Feng Jiutian, they couldn't help feeling inferior. These two girls were indeed quite beautiful, making them feel far inferior. Master, you're the best. Let me massage your legs. Wenrou immediately beamed. Master doted on her most. How else tolerate such mischief? Junior sister, come and massage Master's shoulders. Good friends should share burden. Wenrou figured out. Since her master liked excitement, she would satisfy him. Putting aside everything else, Feng Jiutian understood him, so she could rest assured. Now, if even two couldn't satisfy her master, just find more disciples for master. Even with many junior sisters, he'll always be eldest sister. As long as he's eldest sister, he can enjoy master's favor for a longer day. The woman lost in fantasied and could only sigh that I couldn't say a word. What else could I? I also felt speechless. He is his own disciple. Spoil him. Hey, you massaging my legs? We're touching. No extra words at auction. Everyone was confused about the 10 newly added items. The items for auction are always prepared in advance, and the news is also revealed 2 days before the auction. This is the first time that Tianyuan auction house has broken the rules. However, what everyone is more curious about is what treasure makes Abyss Master and add snacks. The people present are all of extraordinary status. Countless snacks in pockets. All have a mission here. To deal with emergencies, so there is no need to explain. Everyone is even more excited. What thing can Abyss Master accept? Okay, enough of the small talk. First item is coming. A beautiful woman clapped her hands. Two girls in skirts pushed a cart onto the stage. Cart covered with red cloth. The first item is the West Street Forensic Flowing Cloud Light Gauze. It has multiple arrays inside, warm in winter, cool in summer, and can also block the most crucial aspect, Mayana experts all-out attack. Its exceptional beauty. When red cloth lifts, the white dress glitters like silver, sparkling as if sprinkled with stars. The fabric is as smooth as sand, soft to the touch, as comfortable as walking on clouds. The starting bid is 100,000 spirit stones. A 7th-tier magic weapon is no joke. On the cultivators at the integration realm use such weapons that that level, 100,000 spirit stones, is as easy as buying a bottle of water. My wife would look stunning in it. I'll bid 200,000. I'll bid 300,000. But I want this dress. 500,000. The price keeps rising. Gently gazing at the dress, she was itching to buy it, but seeing my nonchalance, she didn't say anything. She reacted. Dress was beautiful. Her master had given her many good things. Women, after all, love beauty. Who complains about too many clothes? The price of the dress immediately soared to over 1,000,000 spirit stones. The auctions of this level. Million spirit stones just beginning. Nothing unusual. 1.76 million. 1.76 million. 1.76 million. 1.76 million. I bid 2 million. Yaochi Holy Land Elder was about to get the dress when suddenly someone interrupted, making her grit her teeth in anger. Following the sound, she saw almost cursed, but stopped the words. VIP Box 1. Imperial Sword Sect Peak Master. Iris Master VIP cardholders sit here. Since you like it, I won't compete with you. Congratulations to VIP Box 1 for winning the first item. The flowing cloud gauze will be delivered later. The one who bid 2 million is me. It have countless snacks. Seems like a loss that I've made a fortune. Soon. That dress. May brought cloud gauze tray. Snacks in one hand. Other things in other hand. Take it if you like. I handed dress to Wenrou. She stared at dress all time. I'm not blind. I know. Thank you, Master. Wenrou didn't expect smoothness. Master stepped in at the crucial moment and even gave me the dress. Overwhelmed with emotion, she kissed me on the cheek. Feng Jiutian shook his head, thinking, this dress is beautiful, but it doesn't suit me. He usually wears red clothes, like a fiery phoenix. White probably doesn't suit him. Gifted a 7th level technique to disciple, flowing cloud gauze. Received 100-fold feedback, 100 flowing cloud gauzes. I heard the system notification and my lips twitched. Why so many? I thought. Jiutian, since I gave it to you, I won't be biased. This is yours. I gave another cloud gauze to Feng. Change style occasionally. White suits you quite well too. Feng Jiutian was stunned, and Wenrou was stunned too. She looked at dress in hand, then at Master's dress. They exactly the same. Master already has so many. Why buy more? Wenrou thought, pleased with herself. She didn't want to think whatever Master did was right. Junior sister, let's try it on. Wenrou grabbed Feng Jiutian and pulled her towards a small room. She thought to herself, this junior sister always wears red and steals the spotlight. Now that we're all wearing the same clothes, Master will definitely be captivated. Senior sister, isn't this a bit inappropriate? Feng Jiutian hesitated. Although she was happy, she was a little unaccustomed to the sudden change in style. What's wrong? Master said white suits you too. Wenrou didn't give him a chance to speak and pulled him into the small room. Then, a rustling sound came from inside. She wondered if it was intentional or accidental. She smiled wryly. Why fight over changing clothes? The second item to be auctioned was a pill. Helps integration stage cultivators. Chance to break to Mahayana. And the price kept rising. Without hesitation, I bid. I set myself a small goal. Must acquire all 100 auction items. And Feng Jiutian were changing clothes inside and hadn't come out yet. I didn't think much of it, wondering about changing clothes. Congratulations to VIP room number 1 for winning our 10th auction item. The wind and thunder rocket. This moment. Everyone in the room was staring at my room with resentful eyes, thinking, the Jiutian sword sect is really rich. Unknown peaks master. Bid on 10 items straight, without even blinking. Why are you buying so many things? No way for others to survive that. If you're so rich, why don't you just buy the entire auction house? It's infuriating. It's about to end, and you always have to interfere. Once or twice is fine, but every time is like this. Isn't this deliberately making people unhappy? Peak Master Jiang is really rich. Keep it up. So generous. Someone in another VIP box called help, but complained. I smiled slightly. Too lazy. Such a small fry wasn't worth my time. A cold snort rang out. I ignored him. The man wisely shut his mouth. But spending on snacks price will come. After buying so many things, he didn't believe I would have many snacks left. Unless I emptied the entire Imperial Sword Sect's coffers, it definitely wouldn't be enough. Master, do you think we look good? Wenrou finally pulled Feng Jiutian out. Both women looked a little uncomfortable. I glanced at them and understood most of it, especially in light makeup. Their already stunning faces looked even more ethereal with the light makeup. Same clothes made Wenrou look like a gentle, delicate young lady, while Feng Jiutian exuded a dignified and elegant air. The two were about to together. they had unique charm. I nodded and admitted they looked good. Who would have thought? If you're not moved, does Master think I'm prettier or junior sister? A sly glint flashed in Wenrou's eyes as she unhesitatingly posed this difficult question that I raised my head. Embarrassed by her new look, was now staring intently at me, waiting for my answer. Women, you know, always love to compare, especially when two beauties are together, don't know why. But she, who usually doesn't care about others' opinions, suddenly really wanted to know how she was perceived by Master. Oh my god. My face instantly stiffened. That who'd have thought? Wenrou would suddenly pull this stunt. Cornering me against the wall, I was sweating with tension. Brothers, seeing the two girls' serious looks, this question wasn't easily fooled. I offered 4,000,000 spirit stones. Just as the auction reached its crucial moment, I felt like I'd seen a savior. Now, even if a celestial being stood before me, I wouldn't look at her. My eyes were only on the items being auctioned. Congratulations, Master. Don't change the subject. That who's prettier, me or junior sister? Wenrou approached step by step, and Feng Jiutian followed closely. Their eyes were firm, and the strange competitive spirit between the girls ignited instantly. Just a moment ago, everything was harmonious. How did it turn into a gladiatorial arena? Where did I go wrong? They say 3 women make a drama, but 2 are like this. I can't imagine more disciples. Fine, won't accept more disciples. But if I don't accept disciples, how will I go about my powerful journey? Rower, Jiutian, you're the most beautiful to me. I've given a fair answer. But to determine who's better, Wenrou blinked her big eyes and pouted her small mouth, looking she wouldn't give up without an answer. Feng Jiutian didn't say much, but leaned forward a little. His meaning was clear that he wanted the result. My education has been a complete failure. I shook my head, thinking, these 2 disciples are getting more and more worrisome. Wenrou felt a surge of joy. Master, you chose me, right? You definitely chose me. He glanced Feng Jiutian, arrogant eyes that like a peacock spreading its tail. Indeed, in Master's heart, as senior sister, I rank higher. Before he could even speak, I teach him to respect elders. This move is going to ruin Lu Meyer. That I'll show no mercy. Feng Jiutian immediately straightened his back, his gaze fixed on the auction stage, as if nothing had happened. Master Jiutian, your disciple knows his mistake. That I will never follow my senior sister's nonsense again. Feng Jiutian trembled. Although she was an empress, she cared about her reputation. She absolutely couldn't lose face. Your senior sister doesn't know the rules. You bid on the auction items, forget snacks, just bid whatever you want. Feng Jiutian nodded, not looking at me again. After resolving the trouble, I looked at Wenrou and smiled slightly. Rower, Master is giving you another chance. Think carefully about what you should say. Master, I'm not wrong. Wenrou's attitude remained firm. This time, she was determined to go all out. Since that's otherwise, don't blame me for rudeness. My gaze slowly turned cold. No, Master, this disciple is not wrong. Wenrou bit her lip, stubborn as ever. Kind of cute. Her unyielding spirit was at its peak. That I felt sorry for her. Master is like a parent. And beating a disciple is like beating oneself. But this disciple is truly unrepentant. Rower, no, Master, this disciple is not wrong. Shook my head and sighed. This disciple was simply too much. She was simply repaying kindness with enmity. She wasn't like this before. Her body was limp, but her mouth was incredibly stubborn. Why wouldn't she back down over such a small thing? This disciple is such a troublemaker. Time passed second by second, and suddenly Wenrou fainted. I was completely bewildered. Had I gone too far? Why did she faint? I took senior sister to rest. There was a small room inside and I carried Wenrou inside, gently laid her down, covered her with a blanket, then closed the door and left. Was I being too serious? This trick only works on little girls like Lu Meyer. How could someone as principled as Wenrou let me use such small trick? After all, she's not easy to deal with. Once I left, Wenrou immediately opened her eyes, glanced at the door, and sighed in relief that after confirming her master was gone, my mind was in turmoil. In the end, he sighed and covered his head. Something was wrong, really wrong. Wenrou then lifted the blanket and peeked out, thinking to herself that she was quite comfortable lying here, but her master and junior sister were outside. This was unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. But going out no wasn't appropriate, it would ask for trouble. But if she hadn't pretended to faint, oh god, her head ached. Was her senior sister alright? Feng Jiutian noticed that his master was a little nervous. Wenrou had fainted. Would it be his turn next? He wouldn't dare ask me directly. It's alright, I'll just sleep it off. My expression is calm, and I can't tell any emotion. Being a master is too difficult. These disciples are all a worry. For now, Feng Jiutian was relatively reliable, but his mind wasn't completely settled. Master, why are you looking at me like that? Feng Jiutian's body trembled, and he quietly took a step back. You, legs are truly disheartening. Don't follow your senior sister. I warned her once. 1 Yandra is enough to suffer. More would be troublesome. I'm just taking precautions to avoid messing things up. Master, Dante. Feng Jiutian felt relieved. As long as Master doesn't target me, it's fine, but somehow, I always feel empty inside. What's wrong with this feeling? He snorted and shook his head. Never mind. The items are too expensive, too lazy to think. Bought another auction item. A core from a transcended great demon. It doesn't have any special use, but I have enough money. Might not need it. Need it. This is too outrageous. Doesn't this wrong Master care? This isn't an auction. It's practically Jiang Yuanbai's private event. And no one can do anything about it. Everyone is almost numb, completely numb. 110 items for auction, and I snatched 95 of them myself. The snacks I spent have already exceeded over 10 billion. Is this guy even human? A sect earns about 1B spirit stones yearly. And he alone is worth more than several sections. Even if Sword's sect emptied coffers, it probably wouldn't have that much. Everyone's gaze towards me changed. This wasn't an ordinary person. He was clearly a walking treasure trove, a god of wealth. Whoever could get their hands on this god of wealth would never have to worry about resources again. The gazes of the crowd were burning hot even through the array. I could feel them and couldn't help but tremble. Girls being stared at like that. But men aren't gay. Who can stand it? I heard all those chattering complaints clearly, but I didn't care. Loved seeing those people shameful, yet helpless expressions towards me. Get lost, freak, dead freak. I didn't expect this guy to be so rich that I should have made him give out more snacks. I'm losing money so badly, I don't even recognize my great-grandmother anymore. The invisible Lu Mei muttered to herself, calculating. Anyway, she was using a fake identity now, so she wasn't nervous, started cursing one after another if next to her. She would definitely not hesitate to get physical and let me taste the wickedness of people's hearts. She would also add, "Old man, you've given out snacks. I know you're all anxious, but please be patient." My words echoed in the hall. The complaints immediately quieted down. Everyone had been cursing without responding. Now that I've spoken, everyone wants to know what I'll say. I'm not a killjoy. I'll take all 100 of the first items. The remaining 10 are yours, okay? Damn, you're rolling in money. We're so grateful to you. They almost rolled their eyes. They felt he said nothing that we should thank him for 10 items. These two short sentences left everyone silent. No one wanted to say another word. After 4 more auction items, someone made a bid, probably through a shill. I successfully got it. Soon, the final item was revealed. An ancient scroll exuding a mysterious and eerie aura. As the scroll appeared, many people stood up, their eyes shining with anticipation. That I imagine everyone. You should know what this is, right? The girl waved a scroll. Since this thing is the grand finale, it must be something special. It's a map of a brand new secret realm. The girl waved the scroll in her hand. You all know the value of secret realms, right? Some are natural, some are man-made. A sect strength is also related to its secret realms are dangerous. They contain many treasures. This realm is remote. The Abyss Lord didn't even consider it. So he put it up for sale. Starts at 100 million spirit stones. 100 million scared off 80%. Controlling a secret realm means worry-free development. An investment of 100 million is a sure thing. Even the worst secret realm is worth 200 million, 300 million, or 1 billion. The news of this last treasure has already spread, and many sects are here. The rest is just for show. If we get this map, nothing else matters. The price quickly soared to 5 billion. Now, only holy lands or super powerful forces can still bid. Only forces of this level can afford to spend so much. Snacks are precious, but they're easiest to profit from. The real key is resources. 10 billion. I'll double it up. 10.1 billion. 11 billion. Without hesitation, I crushed my opponent. My face stayed calm. Sword sex wealth snack realms wouldn't be enough for me. Master Jiang, your imperial shan't lack one more realm. Someone couldn't help but interject. Who'd complain about extra realms? I bid 15 billion snacks for the map. That map was handed to me, and I casually tossed out a storage ring filled with a dazzling 15 billion snacks. That I unfolded the map. The lines on it, though seemingly random, connected to form a line pointing into the distance. Holding the map, I felt as if an unseen force was guiding me. This place felt like the fallen phoenix sea of my divine glory dynasty. Feng Jiutian glanced. They looked me over. He continued. This is the falling phoenix range where 2 fire phoenixes fell, one into the mountains, one into the sea, but unproven, until I found the realm in the range. And found the essence of the phoenix. Feng Jiutian told me everything he knew. The falling phoenix mountain range secret real myths our dynasty's foundation. But he said this. A flash of pain crossed Feng Jiutian's eyes. He never imagined they'd be betrayed by his closest. Don't worry, we've got your back. I gently rubbed Feng Jiutian's head. That he usually avoided it, but today he did. I like this feeling. This map might be the lair of that phoenix in the fallen phoenix sea. Feng Jiutian voiced her thoughts. Master, what are you doing? The door suddenly opened. Wenrou saw her master and junior sister leaning together, especially her master stroking her junior sister's head. The junior sister didn't dodge, which was strange. It was very strange. She had been lying there lost in thought. How did their relationship come to this? The house had been emptied. Senior sister, master and I were studying the secret place on the map. Seeing Wenrou come out, Feng Jiutian subconsciously moved to the side, away from her master, not knowing why. What? I actually feel like I've been caught. Ugh. My master and I are completely innocent. We didn't do anything wrong. Why hide? Isn't that admitting it? Is that so? Wenrou's face was full of doubt. She didn't believe him. My master is so powerful. He's so close just to discuss the map. He stepped closer and saw the map in my hand. Then believed Feng Jiutian. Expression immediately changed. Junior sister, master. What you looking at? A woman's mind is unfathomable. Unfathomable. Their expressions are like when they're on their period. You can never guess what will happen next. Provoke them now, you'll definitely get dumped. With a slap, Feng Jiutian told Wenrou the whole story. Wenrou nodded. His master was truly amazing. He had won all 100 auction items by himself. This was unheard of. I didn't participate in the last 10 auctions. Those who continued to bid finally felt a sense of participation. He was just afraid of the worst case scenario. What if I suddenly went crazy and continued to bid, leaving them no chance to even cry? Moreover, last auction's items weren't simple. They were all 9th grade good items. Not most. We're at the great perfection of the integration realm. Even a tribulation transcending old monster, he probably wouldn't sit idly by. What are you only scan the first 100, spend all snacks, and CA and afford the rest? They've already made up a whole story about me. Many people think I'm a fool for spending so many snacks on trivial things. The later items are better, don't you know that? Right now, I'm just watching the show, holding spirit tea, Feng Jiutian massage. Wenrou gives me massage. A massage. Life is so comfortable. Listening to those below, faces red from heated arguing, I feel very satisfied. A bunch of clowns. No gold coin lost. Can be taken away. The auction price for 10 items wasn't cheap either. I didn't lose. Made a fortune instead. Keeping useless things is a waste. Since you're familiar with this map, so keep it, master. This is just my guess. It might not be the Phoenix's lair. It's alright, keep it for fun. Waved hand. The secret realm map everyone fought for. It was like waste paper to me. Tossed it away. Gave map to Phoenix disciple. Triggers a 1,000-fold return. Immortal secret realm map. Master Feng 9 was somewhat moved. Those forces outside fought tooth and nail, couldn't get the map. Master just gave it to me so casually. What ability do I have? Senior sister, nothing. Don't say. Even Phoenix map. Master gave me immortal map. That I still wouldn't be interested. Master, why are you staring at me like that? When his gentle gaze met mine, he felt exposed. He muttered to himself. Did I do something wrong? I didn't do anything. I said a few words. That what's going on. Since you're so interested in the immortal realm map, here you go. I casually handed over a crumpled scroll. Looks picked from a corner. Wenrou took the scroll, accepted it without doubt. He gently opened the scroll, and instantly a powerful force rushed towards him. as if a god from the heavens was looking down on him. His legs involuntarily went weak. He nearly knelt. He tried to steady himself, but it was completely useless. I snorted down, and all the pressure vanished instantly, leaving only the fine sweat on Wenrou's forehead. Master, I'll return this immortal realm map to you that I can't control it right now. Ro awkwardly handed the scroll back, her tone ingratiating. She thought to herself that she had gotten a little carried away. Master gave her celestial map. He was so good to her, standing to the side. Feng Jiutian was also stunned. He had only glanced at it, his mind drawn by oppressive force. Unable to break free, he knew his soul had reached the strength of an ordinary tribulation, transcending realm cultivator. Yet it was still severely suppressed. This scroll was definitely a genuine map of a celestial realm, and an extraordinary one at that. Sighed and wondered his master's mysterious aura from their first meeting. Although it was only sealed, it constantly refreshed his understanding. Perhaps best thing he did. Meeting his master, that subtly changed his state of mind. Originally, he thought his greatest fortune was meeting a genius like Xiao Yin, but now he understood that meeting me was the luckiest thing in his life. This man is too mysterious. I am eager to know his secrets. How come the immortal realm scared you so much? I flicked my sleeve, my tone calm yet tinged with arrogance. We cultivators are inherently defying the heavens, fearless of heavens. What mere immortals? Just higher cultivation. Nothing special. These words sound extremely arrogant. Who doesn't seek immortality? Who doesn't yearn for eternal life? But I talk about immortals like street vendors, easily defying the heavens. Upon hearing this, Ming Wenru's eyes lit up, and she suddenly understood. That's right. Our cultivation is inherently defying the heavens. We guessed ancestors while writing. Why fear immortals? She unfurled the scroll again, standing straight with a resolute gaze, no longer intimidated by any imposing aura. Heart-free, unrestrained. A mortal can be destroyed with a wave of his hand. Feng Jiutian also realized she had misunderstood. Defy heavens. Yet I'm still hesitant and timid. How cowardly. Thank you for your guidance, master. Feng Jiutian bowed respectfully, admired her deeply. Always a knot in her heart. Hesitant, but now that knot was completely untied. Now, she was terrifyingly powerful. The auction ended, and both parties were satisfied. Made a fuss at first, but later, as promised, all forces returned with spoils. My story quickly spread throughout Tianyuan, shocking everyone. Many people felt it was like a dream. Impossible to be true. It was understandable that Yutian and Qingchuan sect's power. Unknown peak master rich. That wouldn't the Yutian sword sect be terrifying? No wonder. Everyone was skeptical. Yutian sword sect stunned. Was this still the Jiang Yuan Bai they knew? Instant fame made him invincible. If one person said so. Unbelievable that if two people said so, still don't believe. All from auction said so, forced to believe. Not only that, many itch to a CT. It really surprised me. If you wanted these earlier, I'd pack them for you. It would have been pointless to go looking for Yi Ningxuan after the auction. But I'm just sitting here like it's my own home, completely baffled by your thinking. These are what you wanted for now. Someone will deliver them to Wuming Peak later. Yi Ningxuan handed me the item. I took it without even glancing at it. I have absolute trust in Yi Ningxuan. Since there's nothing else, back to sect. Judging by the time, the sect's disciple acceptance ceremony is almost. Now's the time to go back. Ordinary people are innocent, but possessing treasures only brings trouble. That you're currently a hot commodity in everyone's eyes. Want a piece of my collection? Price is fair. Yi Mingxian smiled, joking he would definitely help me if I asked. No need. These people want to die. Not my business. I shrugged. They're at tribulation transcending realm. I'm not worried at all. My fearless attitude made Yi Ningxuan take a few more glances. I left a clone in your contacts before. If you can't beat them, just call me. Yi Ningxuan didn't say anything more, watching me slowly walk away with a faint smile on his lips. Interesting, very interesting. Too peaceful, too long. IT really needs some fresh things. Master, I think someone is following us. As the three of us walked towards the city gate, we suddenly attracted a lot of attention. Those gazes were fiery and full of desire. Tianyuan City is full of desperate people who have nowhere else to run. Therefore Seto hide in Tianyuan City and barely survive. Pay a little money, get Abyss Lord's protection. This is simply outrageous. They're paradisius, just like Yi Ningxuan said. Ordinary people are innocent, but possessing treasures is dangerous. These people usually live a life of constant danger. Now that they see such great benefits, who wouldn't be tempted? As long as they capture me, develop slowly, and eventually ascend to immortality, wouldn't life be wonderful? Mortal affairs will no longer concern them. Ascension to immortality is right before their eyes. If this job succeeds, no resource worries. Let them go. In Tianyuan City, no one opposes Abyss Lord. Money means risk. Brothers, just kill them and run. Our good fortune just around corner. People rushed from both sides so fast no one could react. No one expected such ruthless people dared to move in Tianyuan City. They were simply courting death. 4 Mayana realm cultivators and 11 integration realm cultivators. That I recognized them instantly. Their cultivation levels were enough to establish a sect outside, yet now they've become desperate criminals, targeting me instead. What an ungrateful bunch. In Tianyuan City, I wouldn't lift a finger to deal with them. A sword light flew from sky, piercing the spatial barrier in an instant. Before they even got close, my throat was pierced, my soul vanished, and body hit ground. These people died without ever knowing how they got there. Everyone around gasped. These were great completion level experts and integration level masters, respected figures anywhere, yet they were slaughtered like chickens. Have you forgotten my rules? Cold sweat streamed down everyone's faces, their backs soaked. Seeing these people attack, many were also preparing to strike, afraid of being slower than others. Now everyone was thankful they were a step too slow, otherwise they wouldn't know how they died. The Abyss Lord's imposing aura instantly silenced them. If they couldn't fight in the city, they could only go outside. Abyss Lord didn't promise protection. He allowed fighting outside city. Kid, let me see what you've got in auction house backyard. Yi Ningxuan's gaze pierced through mountains and rivers, taking in everything. A small sword floated beside him, humming as if cheering. All right, don't rush. Go and explore Tianyuan City yourself. I gently patted the small sword, which immediately understood and excitedly darted through space, afraid that the person in front of me will change his mind. Poor people, truly penniless. I unceremoniously searched through all the storage equipment in front of everyone. The master is dead. I easily opened the items. These things are too poor, ridiculously poor. This made one wonder. Is this really great perfection integration realm possessions? Nascent Soul cultivators are wealthier, and no wonder they risked violence in the city. They were really dirt poor. The surrounding guys were dumbfounded. You're too bold. You even dared steal Abyss Lord's things. Everyone knew the rules. Items left by city fighters. Surrender to Abyss Lord. Could it be that we misunderstood before? The Abyss Lord never intended to do that. It was just our own wild guessing. One stared at the item. That's what I dropped. He was of average cultivation. May wealth flows in. He was Nascent Soul cultivator. He swallowed hard, seeing no one watching. He flicked hand. The storage ring in the other's hand was already in his. Then others reacted, pounding chests, stamping feet. The item was already his, rude to snatch again. Bang. A terrifying pressure descended, and the guy instantly turned to dust, dead beyond any doubt. Luckily, greed is truly terrifying. A group of people silently rejoiced they regretted it just now. But now they were gloating. Better one traveler die than all unlucky. People are realistic. Our treatment, many wanted to quit. Don't be fooled by the fact that the Abyss Lord hasn't said anything yet. He'll settle accounts. They move. We won't starve. Wait, that I led girls with backup plan. The gate of Tianyuan City. The 10th elder emerged from the void, his aura arrogant, facing a powerful foe. Sect master sent him to guard me, but he thought no one attacks the Imperial Sword sect. Wouldn't that be asking for trouble? Unexpectedly, a great completion expert attacked him right away. He suppressed those minor figures, thought it was a false alarm. Now, seeing the experts in the void, he became alert to hidden figures, but didn't completely lose his composure. 10th elder, why are you so nervous? Relax. Under the divine eye, the people hidden in the void seemed completely naked and were immediately seen through. Nearly 30 great completion realm experts. Such a group was enough to wipe out a second-rate sect. They were usually very low-key only in evil Tianyuan, that so many vicious and ruthless individuals could gather. Nervous? Why are you nervous? 10th elder's forehead was sweating. You really have a big heart. Back to the sect. What could he say? Only take me back first. Next time, less noise. Remember to tell me in advance. Your quiet antics. Such a grand scene. My old bones can't handle it. The 9-headed flood dragon was summoned, and the 9 dragons roared, leading the 4 through waves. The ambushers didn't attack, but secretly followed behind, looking for the best opportunity. While still in Heavenly Abyss, the situation was still turning around. Who knew if the Abyss Lord would suddenly intervene? Only after passing through the Heavenly Abyss would they be completely safe. Xiao Jianyuan, the white belt. If things really got heated, use every life-saving trick you can. I've already informed the sect. The Supreme Elder is coming soon. Let's hold on a little longer. The Master Elder quietly told we 3 begin. Wenrou and Feng Jiutian didn't think this was that serious until now. They realized that they were indeed too flamboyant. Don't show off your things casually. Just a little bit of showing off your wealth has already made others envious. Relax. I've been here so long. I've taken resources until sore. Nowhere to use my skills. I myself feel quite bored. It's a waste of so many resources if I don't spend some money. 10th elder, this is for you. It will make you stronger. I threw a storage ring to 10th elder. Elder, Imperial Heaven Sword Sect treated me well. They haven't engaged in any backstabbing. Since they've helped me, they owe me resources. You little brat. I'm an old man. What are you say? Good lad. Unsaid. The 10th elder swallowed back his words. He admitted that he had spoken a bit loudly. He cultivated the Imperial Heaven Sword formation, and to unleash its full power, he needed high-level flying swords. Currently, his Imperial Heaven Sword formation mainly relied on a low-grade 9th-rank spirit sword, and the remaining 9 were 8th-rank spirit swords. The storage ring I gave you contains 10 top-grade 9th-rank spirit swords and a heaven-reaching sword seal. The TO breakthrough to the tribulation transcending realm must grasp a law trace, and that heaven-reaching sword seal contains all the insights one gained from seeing a tribulation transcending expert, as long as he masters these. Tribulation transcending? No problem. I still like your stubborn and unyielding attitude. Good lad. I've missed you. You are so rich. At first, I thought these people were just bragging. The 10th elder smiled, his expression suddenly turning serious. 10 flying swords swirled around him, their sword cries echoing continuously. In an instant, a giant sword hung in the sky. The massive sword cloud was cleaved open. Imperial Heaven Sword Formation, one of 10 ultimate techniques, was incredibly powerful. The giant sword fell, tearing apart the surrounding void and revealing those hidden in the shadows. Everyone, I'll give you a choice, retreat or die. The disheveled, carefree 10th elder now descended from heaven, his feet stepping on the void. You go first, all right. The 9-headed dragon roared, preparing to flee. I was in no hurry. To become an Imperial Heaven 10th elder. Great completion peak wasn't enough. Must sweep aside opponents out of the same level. Among great completion peak, the 10th elder, firmly ranked 10th, could easily hold off these people with Imperial Heaven Sword Formation. Brother, I only wanted money. Killed. So stubborn. Those 30-odd people attacked together, trying to capture me in own go. The 10th elder noticed my forced retreat with one strike, making them the 10th elder title is deserved. They had to be careful. You have that kind of ability. He's merciful to his own. Like a kind old grandfather, but he kills outsiders without hesitation. Since these people don't want to leave, he's too lazy to. Space was instantly sealed by simultaneous firing of 10 arrows, and thousands upon thousands of sword shadows emerged, slashing and hacking wildly. Within this sword formation, he was leader. Let's all attack together. Take down this troublesome fellow first, then chase that kid. We need to act quickly before Imperial sword reinforcements. A peak stage expert led the way, drawing a long, black spear. Black dragon broke through sword shadows. Black dragon venerablites you. The black dragon venerable missing 10 millennia. Seeing this person's attack, the other experts' eyes lit up. Black dragon venerable, ancient genius. He's a renowned figure on the Tianshan continent rankings. After long silence, his strength must be extraordinary. Attack together. Everyone shouted in unison. The 10th elder sneered. So what if he's the black dragon venerable? He'll wear them down. I can't miss this. The demonic energy surged. The sword formation was torn apart, and a terrifying great demon appeared, coldly staring at the 10th elder. He held a ghost head banner in his hand, within which countless evil spirits swirled and screamed. The ghost-faced old demon was terrified when he saw the newcomer. This was the renowned peak-level expert, Ghost Head Banner. Famous that instilled fear in many. The area was filled with countless souls, includes a tribulation cultivator's soul. Old demon came. So how could I miss? A vermilion bird roared, flames filling the sky. A bewitching woman sat atop a firebird, flames from her 10 elders out of the myriad flames Venerable knew I would attract many experts. They didn't expect so many. He feared no 3 one-on-one fights. Handled 2, and 3 more before he fled. Moreover, there were over 30 Mahayana realm experts present. He was powerful, but not to that extent. He didn't expect 3 powerful figures to peak Mahayana realm experts. Venerables were the best of their era. Just one and I summoned 3 big shots. Wow, that's amazing. Good lad. Your flying sword came in handy. You planned perfectly. The 10th elder no longer hesitated. Facing 3 grandmaster level experts, he knew he was outmatched. Now he could only try to stall for time. The Heavenly Sword Formation's Burial Sword. Since he was prepared, he didn't hesitate. The Heavenly Sword Formation's strongest move, Burial Sword, would harm both himself and the enemy. He prepared to detonate the magic weapon. Damn it, so decisive. 9 8th grade top quality spiritual weapons and a 9th grade spiritual sword. How much are they worth? Is the Imperial Sword Sect too rich? A large group of Mahayana experts were breathless with worry. Even the 3 venerables changed their expressions. They'd heard of the hidden sword's power. Boom, boom, boom. Terrifying sounds rose and fell, even reaching the faraway heavenly abyss land. Everyone was terrified and wanted to watch it, but dared not approach, for fear of being accidentally involved. Little brother, are you almost out of your trump card? Yi Lingxian muttered to himself, but his face still showed a relaxed and carefree look, as if he waited to see the show. 10th elder, are you fast enough? The space shook. The 10th elder stood on the 9-dragon carriage again. He was already somewhat slovenly. He was even more disheveled, covered in dust, a truly pitiful sight. This guy only knows how to make sarcastic remarks. I can't handle over 30 people single-handedly, even if I'm 3 grandmaster level experts. Elder sure stomped his feet in anger. This little brat's words are infuriating. Stop talking. It's annoying to hear. Aren't you invincible? Who told you that? Who can say they're invincible? Only I. Ugh. Elder Sher's face darkened. Damn it, all my dark history. How did you know? Feng Jiutian and Wenrou exchanged a smile, their eyes full of helplessness. Master is really too mischievous. Luckily, there are only 3 grandmaster level experts. With the hidden sword, we can hold them off briefly. Thankfully, no tribulation level experts have arrived. I was just passing by. I never expected such a huge treasure. Chains flew out from the space, binding the 9-headed dragon and firmly fixing it in place. An old man walked out of the void, causing the space to tremble slightly. His terrifying aura was so oppressive that it was almost impossible to breathe. Wenrou and Feng Jiutian gazed at the tribulation transcending realm, were focused on the 10th elder. Do you believe me if this is accidental? The 10th elder panicked. How could I not know that I had such a jinxed potential? It was as if he was about to kneel and admit. Feng Tian, Demon Emperor, I advise you to leave my Yutian sword sect's territory now. You can still salvage the situation. Otherwise, you will surely die today. Elder Sher revealed the other party's identity. I've heard of Feng Tian. The Demon Emperor had a tribulation transcending demon ancestor, was skilled in sealing magic and called himself Sealing Heaven. Hence the name. He had committed many evil deeds injured by the old master. It cleaved off half his soul, escaping with serious injuries. Unexpectedly, he encountered them here today. Just you few. A sinister glint flashed in the Demon Emperor's eyes. Did they really think he was an easy target? The chains rattled and wrapped around the 4. 2 divine bodies, an elder, and a wind lord. At this rate, Imperial Heaven Sword Sect may not hold. Dare to try. Elder Sher immediately mobilized all his spiritual energy. Spitting blood, he could no longer control the backlash from the hidden sword. This was a death fight. Don't rush. I'll take out a fortune scroll that ignited, and a golden protective. The shield immediately covered everyone. 9th tier golden dragon talisman. It seems your identity is extraordinary. Feng Tian, Demon Emperor, examined me, then burst into laughter. Heaven is good to me. I got a great deal. 9th tier fortune talisman. So what? It won't last only seconds. That you'll all be finished in a few seconds. Then let's continue trying. 10th elder, pay attention to the time. I threw golden dragon talismans at the 10th elder, adopting a nonchalant attitude. We can wear you down by outlasting you. I said quietly. Master, I have a move that can defeat him. Feng Jiutian whispered. His soul cultivation was also at the tribulation transcending level that if he used a soul secret technique to likely make his opponent suffer. But the cost was that recovery would be extremely difficult. It was precisely because his fragmented soul needed anti-inflammatory support that he was vulnerable. Don't be ruthless. Girls should cherish themselves. Okay, I'll listen to Master. Feng Jiutian obediently nodded. If I give the order, even if it injures his soul, he will use this move without hesitation. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. I must kill him. His gentle eyes became vacant, and he kept muttering to himself. We 3 heard him clearly. This moment. Wenrou's condition was clearly problematic. Rower, what's wrong with you? Seeing Wenrou like this, I felt a pang of heartache and quickly hugged her. Master is here. Master is here. Master is Hayes. He killed my loved ones. Wenrou's eyes were now filled with hatred, those things she didn't want to remember. The moment I embraced him, the light in his eyes froze. It was blood red, wasn't it? My gaze was icy. This little girl has been hiding a secret. I known it all along. And now I know it all too well. Master will help you. I gently patted her soft little head, my eyes full of doting affection, and then stood up. Feng Tian, Demon Emperor, right? I crushed a jade slip, and instantly, brilliant light radiated outwards. Sword aura tore through heaven and earth, carrying unparalleled power. Feng Tian, Demon Emperor targeted. Sky collapsed, the earth cracked, and space shattered. All of this vanished in this strike. This attack was extraordinary. This is the power of an immortal. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Feng Tian, Demon Emperor's face turned deathly pale instantly. He turned to run away, but the power seemed fixated on him. To escape. Even in his dying moments, he couldn't understand how he died. Or did opponent get that trump card? Couldn't we talk? You held back. Spare my life. We could all live in peace. Unfortunately, no one told him the truth. Now he's even lost his soul, beyond dead. All right, it's over. He's gone. I gently stroked his head, smoothing his hair. Of course, I should cherish my own disciple that AS for sparing his life. Such a foolish thing. He's better left undone. I'm not stupid. Why would I do something so unnecessary? Just kill him to avoid future trouble. Elder Sher stared in disbelief. The crack in the sky was like a gaping maw of an abyss, overflowing with immortal power. The spatial rift wouldn't close anytime soon. Was this immortal's power? Although that beam of light wasn't aimed directly at him, even the aftershocks made him feel the breath of death. Luckily, I was his. If an enemy, the consequences would have been unimaginable. No wonder this kid had been so calm. He had such a powerful backing. Something was off.